All right, greetings everyone. Um, Gonna do another Michigan map. My plans on this one is basically I started it before, but I stopped. You've got uh, the Grain Elevator Museum. You have a roller coaster and a park or playground. Uh, I want to go and build all of that up without buying any products. I want to manufacture everything. Um, I prefer this farm setup here over this one or this one. I don't know why. It's just the one I prefer. You've got roughly the same area. Um, this is a little bit bigger. Uh, but yeah, it's just my preferred spot. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start with 5 mil, because if you start with the starter farm, which is this here and this house, this field, these two fields, and this one, the farm is valued at a little over 4 million. But of course, all the equipment is not going to be paying very much. And things like that nature. So what I'm going to do is buy this field, um, and this field for now. There are going to be some stipulations I'm going to do. When, or I should say stipulations, limitations I'm going to do. Because there are several things in this game that mods out there that basically make this game way too easy. Now, right now, what I'm thinking about is, do I want this building? I haven't got my full layout in my head yet. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do I've been doing a lot of barndoms in my builds. All right, is there something over here? I don't know why. But on a regular basis, I get an error right there. So, no biggie. I'm not seeing anything. But I do like the barndom. It gives us 4. Yeah. Let's go ahead and just do the barndom again. I like that they put the wardrobe and the sleep trigger in the same place, but at the same time, it would have been nice if they kept that in the bottom stairs, downstairs bedroom. I'll show you what I mean. If you don't know this facility, it used to be in this bedroom here was the sleep trigger. Um, and the wardrobe trigger was in this bedroom. They've changed it where they both are up here, so anytime you want to do a sleep, you got to, a lot more movement to be able to take care of that. I do like the layout. From what I understand, with some videos I've seen, he's doing more work on this. Personally, I would love it if he extended this out all the way on both sides. Because as it sits now, gooseneck trailer can't fit in this pull through. So let's say you've got to pick up the gooseneck. I'd like to be able to pull the gooseneck in, drop it, then put the pickup in right here, and then have a couple other vehicle slots right there. But also by doing that, it would allow there to be a walk-through door right here that goes straight into the garage, and you wouldn't have to go out of the garage outside to go back in the house. It's connected. It's just the way I am. I don't know if it's an American thing or what, but connected garages, I think there should be a doorway between the garage and the house. But it would completely ruin a lot of the lines on this building and do some other things by doing that. So I can understand, And you also got to figure artistic viewpoints, that very easily could be the way he wants it to look. And it is one of my go-tos. Okay, so we've got that. I want to replace the shop. There is nothing here. I don't know why you keep telling me there is. All right. So I'm thinking there. I'm going to go back right there. And put this All right. I am going to remove this barn. We are going to put we'll do this one. Let's go ahead, throw that in right there. That will give us all the storage we need. Um, Wait, not there. It's in here, right? Yeah. Okay. So on this, I like it about here. Okay. So this is rack will be holding all of our grain headers. And needless to say, we'll have a lot more storage for anything else that we need. We've got tractor storage here. Some other storage. Now, I am going to do one thing to make this a lot easier. Shop delivery. And I'm going to go a little bit different than my usual. I usually get my tractors and stuff first. I am going to go with unrealistic capacities just to save time. I really do need to learn course play. Combinations. No crop guides on this one. We will run crop guides on this. And main color is this, this, nice. I was hoping I got far enough to the side. All right, let's go ahead into settings. We are running normal economic turn the traffic off because they do weird stuff that always causes me to get in conflicts with them. We'll run that. I don't think I'm going to be... We'll leave this on. We will eventually start doing that. That's a mod. Not expected to do any loans. Okay. So we'll get this all loaded up. All right. Boom. Now, we'll cook this guy up. So eventually, yeah, I know I was going to hit that. Dang it. All right. So, I'm going to move this out a little bit more. Okay. I am going to throw a couple more things in. Now, I am planning on doing a little bit of cattle. 96. All right, I'm going to do something around this size. And the reason for it is that I'm limiting the size of the cattle setup. Is one of the mods I'm putting it in production points. If you put the really big cattle in, oh, see, that's the problem. It was still showing 200 there. I thought that was wrong. 96. I don't want that much. I might have to go with this and just limit my amount of cattle. The reason for it is with farm production, you make so much money doing the BGA side of this farm production. It's obscene. Same thing with the coffee roaster. That's multiple millions a year, especially if you're running the mod that allows you to upgrade certain productions. So, I want to put this guy in. Um, okay. Um, I think I'm going to hold off on one of these. What I'm probably going to do eventually is have this here, and then this is going to go over here. After this first year, um, this is just going to hold straw for the cattle. I'm not going to use this to make straw into silage because that's not really realistic. You would generally, silage is made out of the greens, to my knowledge. Um, let's go with holding off on the rest of this. Oh, we do need one other thing though. Thinking about changing something up just a little bit. Yeah, we're going to go right here. It's a little bit bigger footprint than I usually use. What this does, all right. So, interesting. Um, it's got a dryer capability on it. Usually, when you've got dryers and stuff available, it comes up in here. Oh well. We need to get some stuff here. Done. Let's see. Uh, I want to get this guy. Markers of flags. Amber. I'm not going to frame this guy. Get 2 of these. Yeah, just the one. And we're going to go with 2 of these. Yeah, way overkill on horsepower. So, what I'm looking at here is, I believe we're pretty close to being set on required items. Needless to say, we have to get semi, or I should say we have to, we're going to need our semi. Pick up some trailers for that. I'm not going to do livestock off the get-go. We're going to hold off on that because I want to put a little bit of time into the game. I don't want it to be wham bam, we're done. All right, let's go ahead. All right. I don't know if this mod is console capable, but basically what it does is it pins the dolly. So the front, this pivot point doesn't turn. It locks it in place. So you can back it up a lot easier. One of the many things that just is a requirement, in my opinion, especially for stuff like these kinds of trailers, locking these wheels in place, that turntable down, which is an option on majority of these dolly trailers, being able to lock that in place. We're going to go and get a couple of these. Well, we're going to get one for now. We're going to get this for our lime. Now, I've had a couple of contemplations on this. I'm leaning towards doing this like usual. Um, but I'm kind of leaning towards this guy. I would do this in a heartbeat. Oh, it's got it now. Oh, yes. 40 meters. I like that. Stupid capacity. I like that. US. Do we want a trailer hitch on this? Nah, we don't need a trailer hitch. Weed seeker, pulse width modulation. All right. So what this should do, it completely changes it. I used to not use this because it didn't have the weed seeker for pesticide, and it didn't have the pulse width modulation. Um, so See and spray is the same thing. This is for weeds, and then the pulse width modulation. It greatly reduces the amount of 15,000. I'm going to go with 15,000. That's a lot more realistic without going obscene. US. And we got those. Okay. So we're going to run this one for our fertilizer instead of a driver. We're also going to get one of these. Now let's take a look. It's starting to get full. All right. A lot of this we're not going to need right away. That's why I'm putting them away. All right. Then move the lime out of the way and that trailer out of the way. And we'll start getting the other vehicles. Mm. Uh, um, all right, our fields aren't big enough for me to get the huge seeders and planters and stuff. So we're going to run the Amazon instead of this guy. And then we're going to run this guy. Yeah, liquid fertilizer. So there's probably going to be a different tractor. We are probably going to get one more tractor, one that has liquid tanks on it. Because Um, the fertilizer goes out quick. You don't run out of seed as fast as fertilizer. All right. So our planter. Um, okay. Let me check settings. Okay, we don't need plow or any of that stuff yet. Um, let's go with truck. All right. Mm, yeah, we'll run that one. Correct? Yes. Yes. You wouldn't run a truck without a convex mirror. Why this is optional is beyond me. We're going to go with the old school single round. Whoops, wrong one. Actually, let's go with side lights. Boom, that. All right. Um, let's go with that one. Uh, do, 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 do. That works. Okay. Trailers. I I like the Load King Super B. Problem is, it's less than 76,000 meters, 1,000 liters. Um, where we can go with these trailers, which are 1,000,000 liters apiece. Bumped up. Or 51, that's 89 instead of 76. I'm going to go with the B train. I just like it. We're going to go with the realistic transport capability. Uh, boom. Mm, you know what? All right. That should be about right. I have an issue with uh, collision. All right. So that's done. Um, flatbed. Nope. Nope. Boom. Sustainable. Chassis is going to be the light blue, dark blue. I'm not good. I really like this RGN. Um, and I might get it later. But I'm not sure. Load King. We'll do this. And the difference between the 1 and 2 that I know is this right here. That's the only difference I know of. Chrome rims. boom, boom. We'll purchase this. Okay, we got the gooseneck. We got the step deck. Pickup. I'm going with my Super Duty. I prefer the Ford in real life, so I'm going to run that. Grill guard, no. I'm not going to do the strobes because as it sits right now, the strobes will only be on the back of the truck if you have a pickup bed on, not with any of the other beds. Let's go with the steps. I think it's the Ram that's actually got tubular steps, which I'd really like on this one. Boom, two-tone, grill, the darker, bumper, the darker. All right, that's done. And I'm going to go with this one. Primary reason is this higher gooseneck makes it hook up to that trailer better than the other boxes which have it underneath. Yep, that'll work. And okay. All right. Okay, so we're set up now. And this is all the equipment. Okay, so here's what we got going. That's all the equipment we're going to be running. Let's move this up. Okay, so all right. So what we got going? Okay, that's hooked up there. That's hooked up there. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to end this section here. Actually, let's hook this guy up. Take out the shop delivery. Oh. I forgot something. Yep. So this takes all right. Um, there's you can load this up right here with water. I'm just going to save us a little time. All right. Um, I'm just going to leave this out here for now. When I put the um, cattle in, they'll be parked over somewhere else. had forgotten. We need there's no other object here. And this. Okay. And this guy. Yeah, I just want to get this stuff put away and the area cleaned up. Yeah. And this will do it. All right. So we've got everything we need to get started. Um, 541. We're going to buy this plot. We're going to go so we're going to clear these trees out, the boulders, and we're going to do it all the correct way. And do all that later after harvest, so on and so forth. So we are going to end this video here, and I am going to continue it on a little later. Hope you all have a good day.